Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. In today's video I'll be doing a little sketchbook flip through, sketchbook tour. I have this sketchbook, I have two sketchbooks actually from around last year and one from this year. So I'll be sharing them with you today. So let's have a look. So I have a Winsor & Newton sketchbook and I also have one from, I believe, the range. So I'm going to share you with them today. I don't really know what I'm saying, but let's rock and roll. As you can see, there's my wee sketchbook and let's open her up. I always write my name on every sketchbook that I get in date, so there you go, May. There we go. Couldn't remember how long ago that was. So to start off, I have wee flower sketches from a commission I did last year for a friend for a tattoo, and I sketched a lot of flowers to get the effect that she wanted. And I have a few verses on there too, and I use a pen to do all my sketches. I just love like the whole scraggy kind of look that on the sketches. And yeah, there you go. As you can see, you can sort of start to see what the tattoo is going to look like. I have the flower sketches over here. I really like them, I have to say, and then I have the cross that I want to draw. I'll hopefully insert a picture up below of what this actually turned out to be. I'm really proud of this sweet piece, and here's a few more flowers. And then we get to the crappy ones, across on the right. This was just a wee skyline that I did out the front garden. I was going to paint it, but then I really just couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you. And then that's just another wee idea for a sketch that I had with me and a god, just looking up at the horizon, and also a hand study as well. And here's another wee skyline as well. I usually use my sketchbook to like journal as well. So like as you can see here, I had an art block around this time last year. It wasn't particularly nice, so I just journaled all my thoughts in there too. And here is some Crown of Thorns illustrations for the tattoo. I was really proud of these sketches. Now that I'm looking back, it's like, whoa, look at that line art, look at me go. Yeah, and there's a few more there. I'm actually really proud of these, I have to say. Like, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but like, God did good in that one. I can't remember what this was for. I think it was for a painting that I did, just like a sketch one, did like clouds and stuff. I was really into like painting clouds for a hot minute. And yeah, that's another wee idea that I had for my comic actually, that is now stopped. And here is the first sketch of one of my OCs called Esther in my comic. And then I met you on Webtoon. Yeah, that's one of the earliest sketches that I had. I really wanted to get into the nitty gritty of the character. Sorry, to make sure she was all well-rounded and just, you know, not like just a random blonde girl. And then here's the male character, who's called Daniel. I haven't seen these in so long, and I haven't done an episode for a good couple months. Yeah, that's just a few like drawing ideas that I had for her, just to like get the whole dramatic sort of scenery. And yeah, and the same with the male character as well. I was really proud of the webtoon that I did. Like, it was more so about finding God in your singleness season. Like, you know, I'm sure we can all agree, if we all go to church, like literally everybody and their granny is married. So, you know, it's just important to remember that you're significant with a significant other. And there's a few practiced ones. The female one is a bit questionable. I was still trying to practice the whole anime style. I actually quite like that one of Daniel laughing. That was really cute. But you know, the people on TikTok didn't like it. And this one, oh goodness gracious. Oh no. no. Like, some of my sketches in my sketchbooks are just terrible. But that's the whole point. We'll have to get better, don't we? And then in the beginning of doing the webtoon, I didn't know how I wanted to actually format the comic itself, so I was trying to do it in like squares and like do like a whole bunch of like squares in like one panel. That really didn't work for me personally, so here's just a few of the early things that I did, and just, you know, about how God works everything for his purpose in your single season. And there's all my notes. yeah, I had all like the sort of script, as it were, in my sketchbooks as well. For like all the different chapters, they were all subject to change, but you know, it all worked out in the end. So for the actual characters, I did like a deep dive into like whole character design and the whole process, and just, you know, what the characters like, what they didn't like, how they slept, like really getting into like the real deep stuff, just to make them super well rounded, and just to not, you know, have them be like two pretty people, but actually give them a bit of depth and a bit of feelings, and just, you know, what they like, what they don't like, are the coffee people, are the tea people, that type of thing. But you will see all that in my little webtoon. I will say the art in the first couple episodes is garbage, but like it gets better by like chapters sort of 15, 16, in my humble opinion. And I have a lot of like interviews. Did come to life. I will put a picture up here for you to see. And then there's a few other notes that I have for the chapters of And Then I Met You. Oh, good times. It's really fun doing a webtoon. It's really fun doing the whole anime style. I had a lot of fun. There we go. I think, is that us wrapped up? Yep, that's us. On to my current sketchbook. This is the one that I had with me on a church retreat. It was such a powerful time back then. Looking back, like, oh, I remember how God just showed up for me in this moment. I was walking through a massive forest in the retreat just by myself, me and God, and just taking in the scenery around me, all the trees. It was really powerful, actually, to really hear his voice and just to get quiet with him and just writing down all my little words that he gave me. A few prophetic ones there too. I think it's super important sometimes just to really bring God into like your day-to-day life and just take a walk with him and just spend time with him. Like even now in church we're doing a week of prayer and fasting, and just like when you take away the static, as my pastor Laura had said, like, you know, you hear so much from God and like he wants to speak to you, and I think it's really important just to make time for him, you know. There's all my wee scraggy wee sketches and a few things that God gave me in that time of the retreat as well. So we'll get on to the faces now. These aren't great, but it's just for practice, just for me, just to not rely on tracing so much and just to really get better at my drawing. And there's just a few subjects from Pinterest. And another sort of side profile that I was practicing, and a few hands and anime faces. And a few anime style eyes as well, just to get a bit of practice in, just to not be one thing. And that's my sister's drawing beside her as well. Oh goodness. But yeah, I'm really trying to practice faces and just trying to get better. And there's a one from Jesus from the Chosen looking up, and a few eye studies. I really love to draw eyes for some reason, and like just that whole close-up, I really like it. And a few lip studies in there as well. Another one and a nose. Another wee eye. This one isn't done, by the way, the sketchbook. I'm still working on this. And a few other wee bits and pieces I'm doing. And Rapunzel from Tangled. Yeah, I really like that one. I thought it was cute. I really need to get like a proper like line art brush stuff too. Another wee eye study as well. I usually like just to keep my sketches rough. Now be prepared for the jump scare with this one. Like this one is just yikes. Like I was trying to do the Disney style with Rapunzel and it turned out terribly. Not this one. Like I called it E.T. with her. It's E.T. when he's getting ready. Yep, that's E.T. But it's Rapunzel. But I just made him look like E.T. Oops. And a few bit more ice studies that I've done. I usually like to use my 0.5 pen for all these. I normally don't have a pencil, but I usually have a pen just to give a bit of texture. And these were a few sketches when I was away on holiday last month up in Ballycastle, up the north coast. And that's just the cliff when I was sitting on the beach trying to not burn in the sun, and I was doing a few sketches just to keep the muscle going for drawing. And then there's the Rathlin Island skyline. It's just wee scracky wee line drawings of what I saw in front of me. There is like an island across from the water in Ballycastle that you go to and visit. Then I was trying to draw my mum in the sunshine. She was doing a bit of sunbathing, and then I was drawing my shoe. And there's another wee cloud sketch. I was just drawing what I seen and just to do some quick drawings. No matter how crappy you may think of the look, it'll keep your wee muscle going with drawing. And I think that is it. That's going to do me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this wee sketchbook flip through tour, and I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.